And, to live under the horrors of communism for almost 100 years, even in Moscow today, the average person makes $500 a month. Well, the average person in Mexico City makes $500 a month. So you can put it on the same plane. But they're happy. They're not at war. Nobody getting killed. All of those mafiosos in the Russian mafia have been put in jail and run out of the country. And the big wigs that were working with the Rothschilds, they get out of the country with their money and went to Israel. Now I understand they're fleeing Israel because they're afraid there might be a war. But anyway, Russia just wants to be left alone. I think they have ambitions within their geopolitical sphere, which is normal, buffer state, so to speak. But they have no intention of attacking anybody unless they absolutely have to. They've had it. They don't need it. I mean, they went through the Second World War. The kill ratio on the Eastern Front was for every German soldier that died, 21 Russians died. And it wasn't that they weren't good fighters. It's the German army was superior in training and equipment.
Hold on, Bob. We're heading to break. We'll be right back. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. You're listening to Financial Survival, sponsored by Discount Gold and Silver Trading. 1-800-375-4188. For a complimentary issue, give us a call on our 800 number. It's a complimentary issue to the International Forecaster. And, Bob, would you like to tell us about the International Forecaster?
The forecast is about business, finance, economics, and social and political issues all over the world. We publish on Wednesdays and Saturdays, and it usually runs around 35 pages each time. And we have a hard copy for those who are not on the Internet. It goes out twice a month as well. If you'd like to go to our site on the Internet, that address is theinternationalforecaster.com. The International, FORECASTER.com. If you'd like to email us, that address is international_forecaster@yahoo.com. international_forecaster@yahoo.com or
1-800-375-4188. That's 1-800-375-4188. And, of course, you can earn a free subscription to the International Forecaster by purchasing gold and silver coins. Yes, you really can purchase gold and silver coins here at Discount Gold and Silver. 1-800-375-4188. And you can earn a free subscription to the International Forecaster by purchasing some $20 gold pieces here. So give us a call. But we do have a wide range of products. We do have Silver Eagles. You can now lock in your prices for 2009 Silver Eagles. And delivery is probably about a week and a half to 2 weeks out. But you can go ahead and lock in prices at today's prices if you want to do that. Or you can just wait for 2 weeks and then give us a call then. And so a little bit of 90% silver is available, and Gold Eagles are available. No fractional of the Gold Eagles yet. They are yet to be released. And in fact, they put them on the back burner until they get caught up with the 1-ounce coins. But there are some other fractional pieces you can purchase. You can purchase the smaller $5 Liberty, and that's always better than any type of other fractional piece in my book. The next coin would be the Swiss franc. And again, that's about a fifth of an ounce, almost a fifth of an ounce, not quite, where the $5 Liberty is almost a quarter of an ounce. So some options there for you. Give us a call at 1-800-375-4188. When you were talking about the corruption in the foreign governments and foreign markets and so forth, Is the general populace around the world as heavily involved in the markets as the populace here in the States?
Not at all. Maybe 20% of the people. It all depends on the country. I mean, you go to Latin America, Mexico, maybe 5%. Europe, maybe 20%. England, maybe 25%. In Asia, they're very active. Percentage, I don't know. I'll guess it's 30-35%. Just a guess. And the reason there's such participation in the United States is because of retirement plans, IRAs and Roths and 401ks and pension plans and all of those kind of things. And that's why the participation is what it is, which is somewhere between 48 and 52%. And those people are going to be very unhappy. In the last year and a half, their pension plans of one form or another are probably off somewhere in the vicinity of 40 to 50%. And if my projection is correct, and we go down to 4,200, you're looking at 50% from here. So you're probably looking at a 60 to 72% drop in quality stocks, never mind the rest of them. I mean, NASDAQ, if the bottom on NASDAQ is 1,100 in round figures, we could see it trading at 400 or 500. I mean, this is where this thing is going. This is the most serious breach in market history probably since the late 1600s. Before that, we had the collapse of the Hanseatic League in the early 1600s. And then before that, we had the failure of the Lombard system, the Venetian market, which was in 1348, the year of the plague. But, you know, it's the same players, the same families, doing the same thing over and over and over and over. I mean, this is institutionalized crookery.
Got an email in, a question in about the German billionaire that committed suicide after losing a large sum of money. Any updates on? No.
I heard that he laid down in front of a train. No, that's all I heard since. So we talked about it. And you know, it's hard to tell why people do what they do. Yes, he lost a great deal of money in the Volkswagen situation. I guess it was $500 million, but the man was a billionaire. And I guess maybe some people just can't handle losing money, or maybe there's something he knew and others didn't want him to talk about it, and he said he was, and maybe they threw him in front of the train. I mean, how do we know?
Because of the dispute between Russia and Ukraine, 10 European countries have reported the complete halt in Russian gas supplies. What type of impact may this have on European as well as world economy?
Well, it's certainly going to make things miserable for people in Europe. Now, some countries, I noticed that France has an 85-day supply on hand. So that would take them into March through the, cold winter. But everybody is not fortunate. And the basis of the problem is this. Russia wants market-related prices for their gas. And I don't think that's too much to ask for. And the Ukraine has been very nasty about it. And the Ukrainian government is on the verge of collapse. The Ukrainian economy is on the verge of collapse. They just got approval from a loan from the IMF. The inter-party and intra-party fighting in the Ukraine among the politicians is awful. And most people don't know the Ukraine well, but there's different groups there. And they more or less live separately. And so you have that sort of ethnicity going on. A lot of Russians live there. And so the Russians said, look, we want our money. Besides, you've been stealing our gas, which is true. That's been going on for maybe 7, 8, 9 years. And so they said, look, we're going to cut you off. Well, those pipelines that go through the Ukraine go to Western Europe. And they're not going to get any gas. So what happens next? Either the gas recipients step in and pay off the Ukrainian debt and hope they can collect it, or they ain't going to get any gas. And I don't blame the Russians one bit.